dreamed of owning a Rolex. Anyway, did I tell you about the man who had these 3 sons?
Oh my God.
The tour of Switzerland went through Geneva one day when I was racing, and my dad, the whole time we were growing up, just to the north of here in Oakland, when you knuckleheaded children get out of my house, I can save up enough money for a Rolex. I was like, wow, Rolex, that must be, whatever it is, it must be good. So 20 years later, I was in the tour of Switzerland. They're like, first prize as we pass through Geneva in front of the Rolex factory is going to be a Rolex watch. I'm like, I'm winning that. My dad would be so proud of me. I'm winning that thing. And everybody in the peloton was queued up to win that. And so I told my teammates, I'm winning that watch. And you can't pill your way out of a wet paper bag. You ain't winning shit. You can't. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to win that watch. So we start the stage, and I start jockeying for position, and my teammates are like, what is Roll doing? He's supposed to be in the back. Telling the director to shut the F up. The director's yelling to him, and the director was like, where's Bob Keith? And Urs Freuler, they were queued up, they had their lead on man. I'm like, fuck you. This is biblical. Like 5 kilometers from town. I take off and it's halfway through the stage. There's a long ways to go. I'm like, in 5 kilometers, I built up a 4-kilometer lead. With 500 meters to go, the lactic acid hit. But everybody had let me, they're like, holy shit. And then Ursula is like, oh shit, he locked up. Spinning. I took a deep breath and did a double kick. I won that watch by that much. I started celebrating like I just won the World Championship. I'm coming home! I got the watch! I got the Rolex!
Well, that reminds me of a story. Holy cow. Now, anybody in the audience ever heard of a guy by the name of Sean Yates? Yatesy to Bob and I is God. Yatesy is hard. He's tough. His dad is a ballroom dancer teacher. His dad is a bit of an artist. We go to this race once, and Sean was fanatical about his equipment. You know, his equipment, nowadays we've got all this carbon fiber crap and, monocoque and blah, 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 Trek and blah, Shawnee, we used to call him Shawnee because we were like in a circle. And Shawnee had these 24 spoke wheels that he would bring out for a special individual time trial. So,
hang on, it wasn't that good.
I haven't started yet. So, we ride this time trial in the middle of Yorkshire, which is pretty much the middle of nowhere. It's a little bit
where they invented pudding. Yeah.
So, Shawnee's set up to win this race, and it was supposed to be the Great York. I don't know what it's called. The Great York.
Great spotted treacle Yorkshire dick pudding.
What were you trying to say that you got a spotted dick?
No, when you see spotted dick on the menu in Yorkshire, don't order that.
this race was so bad, we nicknamed it the Great Yorkshire Disaster. So Sean Yates, you know, it was myself, Alan Piper, and Sean Yates. Sean was the strongest man in the bike race. He was going to win the race. He brought up these 24-spoke Campagnolo, Clement, and he goes after 3 miles down this bloody cabbage patch, flat tyre, and his dad. In those days, we weren't supposed to have following cars, and Sean's dad, who was the ballroom dance teacher, he had a bit of a problem, and he got stuck behind a tractor. And he just couldn't get, because you weren't allowed to follow people in those days. And so Sean's stuck at the side of the road and says, "Dodge!" Because his dad's name was Rogers, so Dodge, Roger. "Dodge, where the fuck have you been?" "Sean, I got stuck behind the tractor." "I'm sorry, Sean." So anyway, they changed the wheel, and Dodge was a little bit upset because Sean was a little bit angry, and Dodge threw the 24-spoke Campagnolo Clementine into the ditch. Get to the finish. "Dad, where's my fucking 24-spoke? "Sean, I'm really sorry, Sean, but I left it in the road." Sean was not happy, and he finished second in the individual time trial on that occasion. And so we went out for dinner. And so I, you know, as I do nowadays with Bob and Phil, I still pay for dinner because that's what I have
It's the best system.
That's what I have to do.
All those are gold mines, so.
So we're sitting down, and Sean was not very happy with Dodge because but how can you really be proud of your dad who teaches ballroom dancing? And Sean's dad was he was actually eating the broccoli and the cauliflower, and there was a massive big stain. Sean just looks at it. "Dodge, you finish with that?" And he grabs the steak, puts it on his own plate, and the next day he won the stage by 2.5 minutes because Shawnee was a hard mofo. Yeah.